Okay, Brian, here we are at 1230 Elmwood Avenue. And it's on the corner of Elmwood and 13th Street. And you can see off in the distance there's a water tower of some sort. But I think that open spot in that fence there is kind of where the Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds are, so you should be aware of that. Looks like the city has replaced some sidewalks here. Here's a kind of a general view of the neighborhood here. You can get an idea of the type of housing surrounding it. It's all pretty compatible from everything I can see. Here's the subject property. It's got a metal roof to it. It's got a concrete block foundation. And I think what this thing has in it is the older Anderson windows. One thing I kind of noticed here is that this part of the foundation has shifted a little bit, and I don't know how important that is, but I don't like to see that deflection. And it looks like that's some kind of grounding rod there. I'm not sure what those critters are there. They're kind of frozen in place. But I'm going to take you for a quick trip around. I did not see any venting, but on these metal roofs, I'm not sure how they do the venting on those. It could be a ridge vent at the very top. And see if I can give you a better vantage point here. It really doesn't tell me very much from looking at it. It'd have to be looked at from inside. The other thing is that this lot, I think, goes back to this alley here. And so the good thing about this is if there is enough distance there, a guy could easily justify tearing down this garage and putting up a kind of a really cool two-car. You can see this door is not plumb. Older garage door opener. It does work, however. I'm not sure what to think about here. I can see through the siding and various parts here. And what bothers me is I don't see any trails, but I'm seeing things like this stuff here, and I know termites just love this stuff. So it could very well be, and I'm not an expert on this, but this thing could have some termite issues. I looked inside, and you can see outside here on the back side of this roof. So anyway, it's one of those things where it's just an older garage. And I'm going to take you for a quick look around the back side of the home. Inside, they made a reference to the point that the central air was 2004. That might be support. I looked at the serial number on this one, and that would kind of, there was an 04 in the serial number. And I'll give you a quick look at that. And a lot of times if you plug those serial numbers in, you can get an idea. Again, we've got ground contact with some of these windows here, which is never a good thing. But on the foundation, that was, on the outside anyway, that was the only thing that really kind of bothered me. Got some peeling paint here. Not a lot of it. There's some up on this window here, and probably on some of these other windows. And I noticed under this window, it's pretty rocky. And I do want to check, now that I checked that, I want to check this bay window too, because it appears to have the same kind of deal going on with it. And I'm looking at the underside. It doesn't look to be nearly as nicked up as that other one. The siding job was probably looks like my work in a lot of respects, which can be scary, but I really question whether they had professionals install it. That's my whole thing. So the only other point thing that I want to say is, I don't know if they'd require railings on this, but you can see where there were railings at one point. And then the other thing is on this railing here, it's a little bit not very sturdy. So with that, we're going to go inside and we'll start the rest of it. Thanks. Bye.